Good morning, everyone. I am teacher Vince Michael Kasinkin, and I will be your teacher in English. Welcome to my class. Now, before we start with our new lesson, let us have a prayer first. So, Rika, please lead the prayer. So, everyone, let us all stand up and hear the presence of God. Amen. So again, good morning, grade 6. Okay, you may now take your seat. Now, how are we going to check your attendance? Secretary Irish, is there any absent today in our class? Good job. No one is absent, so you are all present today. You are all very good. So now, let us have a review. Yesterday, we discussed all about the 6 elements of a short story. So what are those 6 elements of the short story? Yes, Joy? Very good. The 6 elements of a short story are character, setting, plot, mood, conflict, and the theme. Okay, very good. You really listened in our lesson last meeting. Give yourself a 3 claps. Okay, thank you. So at this moment, I have prepared here a short story. So we will go to read and listen to a short story about a princess who fought a dragon. This story is entitled The Legend of Mount Camion. But first, before we start, here are my guide questions that we need to answer after. So for number 1, what did the princess do to save the lives of others? Second, how many dragons was being conquered by the princess? And the third, if you were the princess, would you do the same? Did you get our guide question, class? Okay, so you need to keep that in mind for you to answer the questions later after reading, and you need to listen very well to our story. Did you get it, class? Okay, so let us now start. So did you enjoy listening our short story titled Mount Canlaon, class? Okay, very good. So what are the best part that you really love about that story? Okay, very good. That is very lovely part. So now, let us now going to answer our guide questions. So for number 1, what did the princess do to save the lives of others? Yes, Rika. Very good. The princess fight the dragon to win. So for the second, how many dragons was being conquered by the princess? Okay, very good. The dragon with so many heads. So for the third question, if you were the princess, would you do the same? Okay, of course, very good. Me, if I were the princess, or if I were a prince, I would also do the same to fight and make our community free from dragon. Okay, very good. All your answers are correct. Now, class, let us now proceed to our new lesson for today. Our lesson for today is all about identifying real or make-believe fact and non-fact images. But first, here are my objectives for today. So first, you need to identify real or make-believe fact or non-fact images. Second, you also need to differentiate real from make-believe, fact and non-fact images. And the third one is you need to value the importance of knowing the truth, fact, or reality before jumping into a conclusion. So again, please read our objectives for today. Okay, very good. Did you understand our objectives? Okay, thank you. So let us now start our lesson. So you need to listen very well. Okay? And you also need to, if you have a question, just raise your hand. Okay? So now, let us proceed. So, what do you think is the real images? Can you read, Rika? Okay, thank you. So, I will repeat. So, real images are images that present events, happenings, or phenomena that are happening or may happen in real life world or in the real life situations. So, these images are it reflects or it presents happenings that will happen in real life or in a real life situations. Okay, thank you. So for the second one, what are the make-believe images? Can you read it, Rose? Okay, thank you. So I will repeat. Make-believe images are images that present events, happenings, or phenomena that are unlikely to happen or are impossible to happen in the real world or in the real life situations. So unlike in the real images, because real images are images that may happen in real life or real life situations, here the make-believe images are unlikely or not really happen or happening in our real life situation. So it is only a fantasy or made by our imaginations. So did you get it, class? Okay, very good. So now, what about factual images or fact images? Can you read it, Gerald? Okay, thank you. So factual images are based on scientific studies which presented real pieces of evidence. So it means that these images are very examined for studies, further studies to prove that there is a real images. Okay, so what about non-factual images? So non-factual images are untrue. This means that these images are not based on scientific proofs. Okay, so these are not true pictures or images. So it is not also proof with scientific proofs. So it may be also made by our imaginations or creation. So did you get it, class? Okay, thank you. So let us now proceed to the examples of our topic. So first is the examples of real images for you to be able to clarify what a real images is. Okay? So here are some of the examples. A picture of our national hero, Dr. Jose Rizal's El Filibusterismo. Then, as you can see, a man is crossing the river that is full of garbages. And then the third one is children playing inside a bicycle sidecar. So these are real images that is real captured. So after of real images, let us now proceed to the example of make-believe images or images that does not exist in real life. So first is the Ibong Adarna. So this is just a story about the son of a king who tried to capture the bird. So second one, as you can see, a pig that has wings or a pig that is flying. So this is really impossible to happen because pigs don't have wings, or they can't even fly. Then the third one is our superhero called Darna. So Darna is flying, but it's not really happen in real life. It is just um, made by our imaginations or creations of the director. So did you get it, class? Okay. Now let us proceed to the examples of fact images. So as you can see here, it is something that is occurs or supposed to be true. So as you can see that in our examples or pictures, first is our national artist. So this has the proof that we are a national artist. Then the second one, a monkey riding on a turtle. So this is also a true image being captured by person. Then the third one is a beautiful Mount Magayon. So it is also called Mayon Volcano. So this beautiful scenery is also fact images because it captured by an photographer. So these are all real or fact images. Now let us proceed to the examples of non-fact images or images that has no proof. Okay, so these are products of playful imagination that we sometimes heard from a story or even reads from a book or fantasy book. So here are some examples. Our superheroes. Here is Superman, Captain America, Green Lantern. So these are not fact images. These are only made by imaginations, or we can only see that or watch that through movies or cartoons. Then the second one, a monkey in the banana tree and a turtle. So this is a Filipino story called Ang Pagong at Ang Sing, wherein it is also not happened in real life, but it is made by imaginations or beautiful imaginations of the author or writer to produce that story. But it is interesting to read and many lessons that we can gather from it. Then the third one also is the legend of Magayon. Okay, so as you can see in the picture, it is also made by our imaginations. It is this image can also read from our storybooks. So now did you get it, class? Our examples? Okay, good job. I hope you really listened, and I also hope that you can answer our questions later. Is there any questions? Clarifications? None. Okay, thank you. Now, let us now proceed to the purpose of real images. So there we have 4 purposes. So first is to inform or to educate. For example, actual photos of animals. So we can also learn from the animals' photos. Next, to tell stories. So like in picture storybooks. Just like in newspaper. Just like that. Next is to entertain. Like stolen photos with funny content. So sometimes we capture photos of our friends, funny photos rather. And then sometimes we also post that in social media and make laugh of it. But take note that we should always ask for permissions to the owners or the person who is engaged or involved in that picture before posting it on social media. Next, also to persuade. So, real images also persuades. Now let us now proceed to the purpose of make-believe images. So we have only two. First is to entertain, like images of fantasy world and magical creatures. So here, watching, reading, listening to some fantasy stories or even magical stories are very exciting. That is one of my favorite. Next is to tell fiction stories. For example, like picture books or fairy tales. So there are many available storybooks that we can gather and also we can read it. Now, after our lesson, let us proceed to your activity. This activity is called picture analysis. So here is the direction. So you need to study the following images and determine which ones truly exist or just pure imagination. So you need to write letter R if it is a real image, and N if it's not, or if it's a make-believe images. Did you get our direction, class? Okay, so now let us proceed to our activity. So for number one, here is the picture. A picture of tribe, or what we call katutubo. So is this real or make-believe? Very good. These are real images, and it is really captured by a people or a person. Very good. Next picture is the lamang or biyag ni lamang. This is an Ilocano epic. So there is a good story. I also finished reading it when we are in high school. So is this a real or make-believe image? What do you think? Okay, very good. This biyag ni lamang epic is a make-believe, or this is not happening or happen in our real life. This is just a story. Very good. The third picture, as you can see, a nurse taking care of a sick children or a child. So, what do you think is the answer? Are these a real image, or is this a make-believe image? What do you think? Okay, very good. This picture is real image because a nurse and the children or something appear in the picture. So it is true that a nurse is taking care of his older patient. Okay, very good. And for the last picture, as you can see, the fairy, or what we call Diwata. As you can see also, the fairy has wings. And I think it's live in the middle of the forest. So what do you think is the correct answer? Are fairies real or make-believe? Okay, very good. Fairies are make-believe, or they are not really exist in real life. So they are not real. So very good. All your answers are correct. I am glad that you really applied what our lesson in our activity. Okay, very good. All your answers are correct. Now, after our activity, we will now proceed to our another activity. This activity is a group activity. So you need to have collaboration and communication with your group mates. So I will now group you into 3 groups. This will be the first group, the group 1, the group 2, and group 3. Did you understand our groupings? Okay, very good. Now for group 1, here is your task. Listen carefully. This task is called act it out. So you will be going, or you will be going to act. You will become an actor and actresses. So the direction, choose a scene from the selection about the legend of Uncle Noon. So you need to choose a scene from what we have read earlier. Okay, so choose it which you think is under fantasy or make believe. So act it out and read the scene. So did you get it, group 1? Okay, very good. Now for group 2. So this task is called Draw Me Closer. So you will become an artist, group 2. I know you can do it. So here is your direction. Draw or illustrate an image describing a real and make-believe images. So you need to explain or describe your drawing after. Did you get it, group 2? Okay, thank you. Now for the last group, group 3. Your task is sing your hearts out. So you will be a singer. Yes, I know you can do it. So your task or the direction is make a song for our lesson or topic for today. So your song must emphasize reality or make believe or fact and non-fact definitions. Okay, so you will be going to sing later. So did you get it? Group 1? Okay, what about group 2? And group 3? Okay, you may now start to collaborate with your group mates. I will give you 10 minutes because I want you to be prepared very well. So you may now start. Oops. But before that, here are our rubrics. You should not always forget our rubrics for grading or for your story. So first is the preparation. It is equivalent to 10 points. Then collaboration, also 10 points. And the last one is the completion. It is also 10 points for a total of 30 points. Okay, so you may now start. The time starts now. Okay, very good presentations. I like all your tasks. You really did well. Give yourselves 5 claps. Okay, very good. I really appreciate your task. Now, again, what is real and make-believe, factual and non-factual images? Okay, very good. What about the importance or purposes of real images? Okay, what about the purposes of make-believe images? Okay, very good. And the fourth, why is it important to identify real images from real? Wow, very good. All your answers are correct. I am very happy that you really listened in our lesson for today. And now, for your last activity, so the direction is identify whether the statement is fact or not fact. So we only have 3 situations here, or 3 statements. So you need to identify if it is fact or not fact. So I will read the statements. So first, Maria Makiling in the Philippine mythology is a diwata or a fairy associated with Mount Makiling in Laguna. So she is the most widely known diwata in the Philippine mythology. For the second statement, the coronavirus disease is an infectious disease caused by a new strain of coronavirus. So it kills so many people around the world. And for the last statement, Biak Nilamang is an epic poem of Ilocano people from Ilocos region. So it is notable for being the first Philippine folk epic to be recorded in written form. Okay, so let us now answer. For number 1, what is the answer? Yes, it is fact because Maria Makiling in the Philippine mythology is a Diwata or a fairy. What about the number 2? Very good, it is also a fact because coronavirus is a disease or virus disease. It is also infectious because it kills many people. Okay, so for the third statement, very good. There is also the fact that Biak Nilamang is an epic poem of Ilocano in Ilocos region. Very good again. Your answers are all correct. And now, finally, for your assignment. So, you need to cut out at least 2 real or factual images and also 2 make-believe or non-factual images from unused magazines or newspapers. So paste these on a piece of short bond paper and then label your work. Did you understand our assignment, class? Okay, so is there any questions about our lesson for today? None. Any clarification? None. Okay, very good. So with that, let us all now stand up and pick pieces of papers under your chairs. So again, thank you class. Thank you for listening. So see you tomorrow. Goodbye class.